Right, so I've actually just been sitting here for hours, and I've just realised I have filmed a month's worth of shorts. So a month, I said that funny. So I'm filming this on the 25th of February 2025, and I've filmed right up until the 24th of March. So right up until, well past, well, just the past Aries season. They guided me to do it because I get really, really tired in all of Pisces season. So if you see me basically wearing this top for the rest of the shorts, that's why. But I just wanted to see what is the current energy of the Twin Flame Collective, because they guided me to do a healing today, and some of the codes that were coming through for it were a bit different. So it felt like, union codes for like your inner union and for physical unions. So I just wanted to see what is the collective of divine masculines, male or female, wanting to say. So I'm just going to give you a wee heads up. That Venus retrograde is full of drama, and especially when we move into the Leo moon, which is still a while away just now, but there was a lot of toxicity and drama amongst the beautiful twin flame unions and reunions. So prayers for everyone's situations, but yeah, I think something, when they get me, they just want to give me a heads up for when I'm helping people as well, and anything that might come my way as well. But it was a lot of shit, so I can't go another day without you. So there's a bit of a kind of well, however you want to call that, the masculines reaching a bit of a boiling point, and just, yeah, and I wish you were here with me, or I wish I was there with you. Um, and we've got and it came out again. I can't go another day without you. Every time my phone rings, I hope it's you, and I want to treat you the way you deserve. Oh, I wondered how they were going to bring this in. Right, so last night I couldn't sleep, and it was quite annoying because I had to get up early today for the electrician. But like basically, and he's only here for like 10 minutes, because if the thing that was interesting, right, was I felt it was just like sometimes you just do that to give a message. I feel it was I feel it was about hot and cold situations, because it was my hot water wasn't working, and then it started working. So basically said to the guy, look, it started working again, but I don't trust it, so could you maybe just check it? So he just checked it, and it didn't take long. But basically, so that's relevant. But the film I watched last night is called Friends with Kids. It's brilliant. I'd never seen it before. Long and short of it is, the guy is like a player type. He doesn't want to settle down, and then they decide to have a kid together, but it's like an agreement, right? And then anyway, they end up falling in love with each other, and yeah, it's quite a nice film. He ends up realizing that he does actually have feelings for her. So however that all resonates, whenever your fear tells you I wouldn't want to hear from you, it's just that I always do. I want to listen to you if you let me. So the point of that is it's somebody that wasn't, because she basically says, "Oh, I love you," and he rejects her, but then he realizes, "Oh my God, I love you too." Basically, he wasn't ready. So that's the point. Somebody's healing their inner child, or they've been doing that and in a karmic battle. So I'm gonna, fuck. It's annoying when it goes past 3 minutes, but it's the message. So that's quite. Oh God, actually as well, yeah, somebody's been healing their inner child and they're in a karmic battle, but that could actually also be karmic battles to do with children, however many. So again, whether that is actually like, just, you're not together and you're having beef, with children, and it's nothing to do with legal, or whether it's more serious stuff, you'll know. But that just occurred to me because it's got kids in it there too. So forgive. I hope you'll forgive me for all the things I've done, for all the pain which I've caused you. But believe me, my love, that was not my intention. I know I've hurt you very pretty badly, my words and actions, but I'm really, truly sorry, my love. So yeah, so however all this fits, yeah, in someone's new beginning. So maybe that is all sort of behind somebody or you. And of course, for some twin flames as well, this could actually be that you and them have kids and there's been disagreements, because that happens to some people. But for a lot of people, I feel this will be karmic battles with, so whatever. I'm ready to start again. I've realised what was missing in my life, and that's you. See how that fits with the film I just said. Forget all the details of it, because it doesn't even have to have anything to do with kids, but it clearly is for some people what I said. It's an also 418 union. That's probably why, and also it might have something to do with that, actually 18th of April. But Aries season kind of thing. But basically, yeah, it's just the point that it's like many of the films. The guy is like, I don't feel the same, and then a bit of time passes, and he's like, oh shit, I do feel the same. I've realised what was missing in my life, and that is you. This new love has given me a fresh perspective and changed who I am. There's no going back, only forward. When I met you, after that, I never looked back. I want to have a fresh start with you. Again, the words are very specific, so that bit might not resonate. I'm actually just, because I've made this longer, I feel guided to. I wrote the words down from that film. I'm going to do a bigger video about this, but yeah, at the end, he says, yeah. So what does he say again? Oh, yeah. So there's this whole thing running throughout the whole film of, what would you rather, this or that? And it's like, would you rather die like this or would you rather die like that? And and it's like, it's one of these things in films where it's maybe cute, like, if whether you're on the same page with someone. Because that's also in another film. That's also in that other one. Is it Love Begins? I think Love Begins, something like that. But anyway, like it's a good way of seeing if you're on the same. Because if people are like, "Why are we even doing this? It's stupid." It's kind of like you don't, there doesn't need to be a big reason behind it. Sometimes it's just an interesting topic of discussion. But um, he comes back and says something cute. But so basically, he says, "I know what I said that night, but all I can say is it was just too much and I wasn't ready. But I've put loads of asterisks. But I heard awake, like literally when I was watching it, I had to keep rewinding it. I heard him say, but I wasn't awake. And I was like, well, that's quite forward, thinking language. But he didn't say that. In the film, he says, I wasn't ready. And I was like, oh. So I've just put it there because it feels like a total message. Like someone wasn't, I feel someone's rejected you when they were spiritually asleep and now they're spiritually awake. They're like, what the fuck did I do? And they want you. You're the love of my life. You're my person. And that's just the way it is. I miss you so much. Do you miss me at all? And then she says, I miss you, but I'm just not going to be with someone who's not into me. And then and then he kisses her passionately and tells her what he wants to do. So you can watch it yourself. I was like, holy shit. But yeah, it's a lovely wee film. It was really funny. Um, Transformation, enter the light from out the darkness. Yeah, sometimes people just aren't ready. They're not on the same page. It's the right person, the wrong timing. I pulled that card last night. Teamwork. Be united for a good relationship. The point is, whether you're a twin flame or whether you're not on the twin flame journey, when two people want to make it work, it'll work. Because another line from that film is the friend is saying to them, the reason why it didn't work with me and my ex is because when it was good, it was great. Again, karmic, lusty, because they were always going off and dragging. But when it was bad, it was terrible, and we couldn't work together as a team. And that is a really good sign, especially because, like I always say, that's the difference with karmic energies and twin flames. Like twin flame relationships are very challenging as well, and some of them can really dance quite close to the line to a karmic relationship, and that's where it's a tricky one because there's some that will say that there's no that basically there's no toxicity or there's nothing like that goes on in true twin flame dynamics. I'm sorry, like that a lot of the time comes from people that haven't got as much experience or they've not got like a very plutonian connection. So different people have got different soul contracts, but I'm just here to sort of maybe put you at ease. But again, you've got to be careful with that too, because I just think it's you've got to go with what resonates for you and use your discernment. Because like say you're like, oh, that person that I'm just hanging off every word that they said if it ever gets toxic or if my twin flame does something to hurt me, it's not my twin flame, so it mustn't be my twin flame. And like that's a lot of responsibility that somebody's like that they're 100% sure what they said. And being a true twin flame myself, that's not true. I help twin flames all the time, and there's very heavy stuff that can happen. um but but again, it does always come down to like trauma and stuff like that. And it doesn't take away from the fact that difficult stuff can happen with your twin flame. I mean, difficult doesn't even cut it for what I've helped some people with and what I've went through myself as well. But um yeah, so I just like to stress that, but again, always it's I'm more lean towards if it's extremely toxic and you're basically around them all the time physically and you're putting up with that all the time. That's karmic energy. But so just be aware of that, because with twin flames, it's more like there can be, challenging or even toxic's an extreme word, isn't it? But painful. Let's use painful. Painful or toxic things that happen. But um like I say all the time, people that kind of come in and out of your life or they love bomb and all that, and then they fuck off and then they come back and then they fuck off. That's not a twin flame. Like maybe at the start before the boundaries have been established and stuff, but no, someone that's doing that would be a karmic relationship. But I just, for some reason they really do just want me to stress that. I think you're going to have to really be able to discern and filter the information that comes through all the time, but definitely in a Venus retrograde in Aries. So like I said, I'm just giving my perspective on it there, that it can get very, very painful on the twin flame journey. And for those of you that you have been given a bit of a tougher ride, you know, you could have went through many karmic cycles with your true twin flame too, which would push you into a big separation. But yeah, you can come back around, and it's just like what that guy says in that film, that, you know, that's, he basically says it, it's like that's how it's obvious that you two are right for each other, because if both people have got a desire to find a resolution and, you know, work through their differences, then, you know, it's worth it. But beautiful. So I feel I want to shuffle these ones more. These are the Russian roulette deck. What do you want to say? I'm wondering if that right person, wrong time, right, whatever, you know, right person, wrong time. I'm embarrassed about my actions. I wouldn't be able to look you in the eyes. Look at what I was just saying. So I think that just establishes what I'm just saying. So sending prayers and healing, 1111.